So the course objectives, in this course we want to help a student to learn the basic principles for design and implementing a deep learning model for specific application problems. And we also want to ensure to help a student understand in depth how to train, how to optimize and tune a deep learning model with real-world data, including images, text, graph, and time series data. More importantly, we want to ensure to help a student realize the importance of the social, technological, and ethical issues involving deep learning. So these are the main objectives for this course. This course will cover very broad topics, actually. At the very beginning, we'll provide an introduction for some basic background knowledge about math, about optimization, about machine learning for you. So if you don't know much about machine learning, no worries, we have prepared some lectures for you already. And we also provide the introduction for the general neural network basics, as well as the error propagation algorithm. And after that, we will introduce some specific models about deep learning. The first model we plan to introduce is called autoencoder. The autoencoder model is generally for data encoding and reconstruction. It has two parts, the encoder and the decoder, which will encode the data into some embedding vectors and further reconstruct the embedding vector to the inputs to recover the inputs. We will show more information about the autoencoder later. Then we will introduce a very famous model. It's called CNN, right? Or the full name is a convolutional neural nets. Generally, it is for the computer vision initially, but right now we also can use CM for the natural language processing problems, for graph embedding, and for some other tasks as well. And we also talk about the recurrent neural net, or the RNN, for the students, and how to use these models for natural language processing problems. Later on, we'll talk about the latest models about graph neural nets, or the GNN, for the students. It can be used for the embeddings of graphs of networks, which will be very powerful as well. These are the basic models about the GN, about RN, and recurrent neural nets. And besides them, we also talk about some more advanced models, like the GAN, the transformer, BERT, graph BERT for the students. If the time allows, we also introduce some more advanced topics like reinforcement learning and meta learning, and how to incorporate them into the deep learning problems and models. This is a general plan for the topics to be covered for this course, and we will make some minor changes depending on the progress of this course, and to either add or remove some of the topics for the students. And we also have some pre-requirements for the students to take this course. Generally, the student need to know some background knowledge about discrete mathematics, about programming, about data structure, and about algorithm. Because these are the basic knowledge you need to know before you take this course. And you can check if you are familiar with these courses or not. Besides the CS background, if the student also have some math background, like about linear algebra, about statistics, and about the probability scenario, it will be better. So we have a note here. In this course, we will not cover any programming-specific issues in this course. So for all the programming-related issues, you may have to address them by yourself. For this course, we have one required textbook. It's about deep learning. And this book actually is an online book. It's an e-book. In other words, you don't have to purchase this book, actually. You can click this link, and then you can go to the book website. All the book contents that have been released already. Like if you want to check one specific chapter, like linear algebra, you can click this link, and you can access to the chapter 2 on linear algebra for this book. And because of some copyright issues, I think this chapter cannot be downloaded by you into your computer, because you can see this one is HTML page. It's not a PDF, right? But you can always have access to this chapter by going to this website to access the specific chapters for the textbook. So please do not purchase any books or any softwares for this course, and you can save your money for some other stuff you like instead. And besides the textbook required for this course, we also have 2 recommended textbooks as well. We have shared the links for both of these recommended textbooks for your reference, and you can either purchase or you can just download them from the online if you can find any online sources. Okay, so next is about course format. So this course is a lecture-based course with 2 examinations, and we will have some individual assignments for this course as well as one group level programming project. And in order to encourage the students to attend classes and participate in the discussions, there may also be some in-class quizzes for the students. It really depends on the progress of the course as well as the attendance of the students, and we may have some quizzes occasionally. So for the lecture and the class participation, we strongly encourage and also appreciate, of course, the students to attend the class. I know the time is very early, but you can always get up earlier and to attend the class on time. So because the effective lecture may rely on students' participation to raise questions and to contribute in the discussions. So if you have any questions in the class, you can always stop me and we can have a discussion, and I want to resolve your concerns. So we may have a large class, but we will try to maintain the interactive class discussions if possible. And we also provide lecture slides before class, which will be posted on the schedule spreadsheet. Questions. We encourage the students to discuss their question and problems first with their group of peers. But because of the pandemic, I'd like to recommend you to maybe form some study groups by yourself, and you can meet regularly via the Zoom meeting instead. Do not discuss in person, it will be more risky. Maybe via Zoom, it will be easier for you. In this way, you can get the immediate help and also learn to communicate professionally with your peers. In any cases, for some more thorough discussions, you can come to the office hours by the TAs and the instructors. And any announcements will be posted at the announcement page at both the course website as well as the schedule spreadsheet. And we will post the emails as well to the students for some important announcements. Assignments. There will be a few return assignments maybe for students during the quarter, and all the assignments will be done individually by the students themselves. And assignments will be submitted before the deadlines. We have shown deadline already in both schedule spreadsheet as well as create a link for uploading the assignment submissions in the Canvas system. Projects. There will be a quarter-long project. It covers several important deep learning application programming problems, and the project will be structured with several milestones during the course during the quarter, and leading to a write-up report near the end of a quarter. And for each of the stages, you may also have to submit some electronic reports to the Canvas system as well, so the TA can help you grade and also provide you with some feedbacks. Exams. There will be a midterm exam and also one final exam for the course held at the mid and the end of the quarter for students.